What is up, everybody? Is Unite and Protect Their Sane here. I like that YouTube intro. I'm going to stick with it for a while because it's fun one to do. Anyways, I have some more videos and some more content I am putting out. I have got some ideas from you guys in the comments. Keep letting me know what content you want to see in the comments. Seriously, like I love the ideas. I like the ideas. Someone said a Watson guide. I'm going to do that here soon. Some more Pokemon breakdowns. I'll do all kind of content. It doesn't just have to be Gen 3, although I usually cover Gen 3 and Emerald because I love it so much. It's like my channel namesake so far. So for today's video, I'm going to be covering Gen 3, not just Gen 3. I'm going to be covering Emerald, the best possible team I could think of 6 static Pokemon that you carry through you the entire game to have the best, to have the absolute best matchups against every gym leader in the elite, every gym leader, every Elite Four member in the champion. I also have, Maxie and Archie in there as well. I made sure like those are taken care of too. Your rival is kind of, your rival gets a little iffy, but I do have just because like rival and Wally aren't that big of a deal in my opinion. I don't level cap for them. They're just kind of more trainers. But I will talk about the fight on the bridge on the way to Mauville Town because that is a scary fight, and I do have a Pokemon for that fight, so don't worry about it. Anyways, I've got 2 teams for you guys. 4 completely stacked Pokemon, and then the 5th and 6th can change depending on what you want to do. But I went through, I did a lot of research. I have my giant notepad right next to me on the screen here. So you guys can't see it, but I have all these notes. I just spent a while researching this because I don't know. I had a day off and I felt like doing it. I didn't even stream. Sorry for not streaming, guys. I feel bad. Gen 5 is just going to have to wait. I'm just not feeling it at the moment. I'm feeling Gen 3. Anyways, let's jump into this video. Also appreciate the Emerald wallpaper because it's Emerald. So without getting into too much, spoilers. Spoilers, here's the team. You know what, let's spoil it. Okay, spoilers, here's the teams. Here's Team 1, here's Team 2, and then the 6 slot variants, I'm going to have all of these Pokemon. And I'm going to talk about it. So instead of, there's no mystery to my videos, whatever. Let's go ahead and talk about the builds. So, Swampert, or I guess Mudkip. Mudkip takes care of a lot of early game. Mudkip is so strong in the game. The reason for Mudkip is, number 1, Roxanne. We start with Roxanne. Rock Gym, got to take care of her. 2 Geodudes, and a Nose Pass. I went ahead and picked Mudkip. So for her, you either need a Water type or a Grass type, which is, Mudkip is the best answer there, just because of later on features, but Water Stab, and it's also bulky enough to take the Rock type attack, stab Rock Tombs and stuff, and scrap well and be totally fine. Slap an Oranberry on it, even with a little cap, you're fine. You're going to blow through the first Geodudes, and then the Nose Pass, you're just going to hit with like 2 Water Guns, and it's going to die, so not a huge big deal there. Then we go into Brawly, and Mudkip is fine against Brawly, but it's not, super effective against it, and I'm looking for the best outcome I can. And so I'm going to need some help. So the next Pokemon I'm going to grab is Swellow. Swellow is amazing. You get it very early on. The one downside to using Swellow against Brawly, and I did look at other options for this, and Pelipper was or Wingull, I guess, is a very close second choice, but Swellow is just overall better Pokemon. Swellow is not actually resist fighting because of the normal type, but it is going to hit way harder than a Wingull is, especially with Guts. Just go in the forest, get yourself poisoned by a Wurmple, go all the way there, use potions until you get to the gym, and then just fight the gym with a Guts boosted wing attack, and you're going to blow through everything. I chose a flying type over a psychic type because there is meta types in the gym, and Brawly has a meta type which is actually not weak to psychic, so that's something important. So to have full best matchup against Brawly, have to go with the flying type. Wingull is very close and is actually better against purely Brawly. I guess so is Dustox and Beautyfly. But Swellow becomes just way more useful later and is also just a way better Pokemon. So I'm going for the best of the best. So Swellow comes in at number 2. And Swellow, taking care of Brawly is kind of all that Swellow does, to be completely honest. It'll come back later for like the champion fights, and it's kind of it. It's kind of just there, and also can learn Fly. HMs, I will kind of assume that you're going to throw on HMs when you need them to, and then you're going to go and move delete them, or while you have Pokemon slots open in your team, you're going to just use a HM Pokemon for that. So I'm not going to really worry about HMs too much. I mean, the team is set up so that you can use every single HM on you. Like, every HM can be used by the 5 Pokemon on your team, and you can get through the game, so you can progress. There's no, like, worries that way. So next up, we have Watson, and Watson is completely soloed by Marshtomp. It has Mudshot by that point, and there's Mudshot level 16, so you're going to be totally fine. Taking care of Watson. Watson's out of the way. So first things, gyms are done. Flannery, same thing. Swampert's going to absolutely body Flannery. Just free. free matchup there. No real worries there. Then we go to Norman. And actually, even I guess for Flannery as well, we go ahead and go back to Granite Cave. We're going to pick up a Hariyama, and we're going to look for one with Thick Fat because it's going to give us the best matchup, not only for Flannery, another Pokemon for Flannery, but for Glacia there in the Elite Four. And I've also got some like kind of makeshift movesets for all these Pokemon for like the end game. I'll kind of talk about that as we go. Near the end, I guess. But Hariyama will be evolved by Norman, will be fully evolved by Norman. Machamp is also a great pick. You can go Machamp. There's no issue there. I just went for Hariyama for I think it's better because it's bulkier and it has Thick Fat, which just makes it actually better against Glacia and even Flannery. And also, I think it's just more fun to use than Machamp. And I don't use Trade Revolutions, so if I actually do a run with this, I can't actually use Machamp because I can't do Trade Revolutions. But Hariyama will take care of Norman pretty well. I mean, Norman's still pretty scary, but he'll be fine. You can do some baton pass stuff, which I'll talk about a little bit later, if you're worried about speed. You can even, like, the 6th Pokemon slot is open, so if you're really worried about, like, Norman, you can throw on Dustox, who just completely chases out Slacking. Or someone with Encore, like a Plusle or Minun, who can just Encore the Lineage Witch Belly Drums. Or you can even Encore Slacking's counter, or Yawn or something. Like, you can Encore as it goes for a move like that, and then really abuse it. So Encore could be fun. Anyways, you're going to take care of that. Then we go to Winona. We're going to have to find a new teammate. Except for we will grab Ice Beam for Swampert, and Ice Beam Swampert will take care of the Altaria. So the rest of the team, we're going to have to figure out an answer for. The Tropius will be taken out by Swellow. So the rest of our team, I guess. So Altaria, Swampert's Ice Beam is going to one-shot that thing. Is not going to be scared of Earthquake or Dragon Dance, whatever. Swellow will take care of the Tropius. Not really worried about it. Setting up Sunny Day and Solar Beaming and whatever. It's just going to blow through it. So for the Swablu, the Pelipper, and the Skarmory, we're going to want to get an Electric type. And the best Electric type in the game is Magneton. Having the Steel typing is going to help it wall out so much harder later on. You're going to be able to get Magneton by this point because you have Surf and you go to the Power Plant in Mawile. Or the Power Building thing. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. For Mawile, and you're going to completely take care of everything with Thunderbolt, which you get right after completing that. You also have Thunder Wave to slow things down, you know, whatever. You can Thunder Wave the Altaria before you switch out, but it's probably going to Earthquake you, so just don't. And having Magnapole is cool. Magnapole and Sturdy, both of them are, like, okay abilities. Neither's really going to do that much for you. Then we go on to Tate and Liza, and with Swampert, we're set up pretty well against Tate and Liza, but we could do better. And so here's where we get to our 5th Pokemon, and for the first team, I think the best 5th Pokemon to pick is Shiftry. We either go back to grab a Nuzleaf or just find a Nuzleaf forever. Evolve it with a Leaf Stone, and you get Shiftry with Chlorophyll. Teach us how, like, Sunny Day Solar Beam. It's got Phage Attack. Give it Fake Out. Fake Out will help you. You can Fake Out the Claydol so it doesn't Earthquake or do anything crazy, and then pair it with Swampert. And Shiftry and Swampert together will absolutely take care of this gym. The only thing Swampert has to be worried about is if Sunny Day gets up and the Solrock Solar Beams it. Like, other than that, if Sunny Day is up, I mean, you're just going to Chlorophyll, Speed Boost, Sunny Day away the... Or, not sorry, Sunny Day. Solar Beam, blast away the Solrock, and completely take care of it. So this gym will be fine with those two. They can handle it. You can add some more support on if you're worried about this gym for, like, the 6th slot here. There's some Pokemon I'll talk about at the end that are, you know, kind of helpful. Honestly, Swellow is fine for this gym too with Steel Wing, as the only Rock type move is on Claydol, and you can just Fake Out and blow up the Claydol at the beginning. And then Swellow's not worried about anything. He can Steel Wing the rock types. And Facade slapped the Xatu, and even Facade slapped the Clade also. Doing pretty okay there. Then we get to Juan, and with the combined efforts of both Shiftry and Magneton, you're going to take out the Love Disc. Shiftry is going to take care of the Wish Cache. The Celio is going to get smacked by the Magneton, or even Hariyama. Crawdon is going to be smacked by any of those three. It literally doesn't matter. And then for the Kingdra does not love dealing with, if rain is up especially, slap Thunder on Magneton, and its Thunder is going to smack Kingdra. You can paralyze it. It will rest, but then you could just keep firing Thunders at it and stuff, and handle it pretty well. Swellow's even fine against Kingdra. As long as rain's not up, then Swallow will be fine against Kingdra. I do have another... The second team is a little bit more geared towards the Kingdra matchup, or you can grab more Pokemon if you're really worried about this Kingdra. And then we get to Elite Four. And Elite Four, Sydney. Sydney's Dark-type Pokemon, all of them are going to fall to Hariyama. You're not going to have issues there. All of them also get walled by Magneton, so that's a fun thing. The only thing your Hariyama has to worry about is the Absol's Aerial Ace, but it should go for Swords Dance first, so you have a free turn to just break it. And then if it's still alive, you can just switch into Magneton and kill it, or something else, so you're going to be totally fine there. Then for Phoebe will get mostly taken out by Shiftry. The final Dusclops does have Ice Beam, and I think that's the only... Yeah, final Dusclops does have Ice Beam, so you're pretty free to just set up Sunny Day and then Feint Attack away with Black Glasses on. Beat up her entire team. And then for that last Dusclops, if you're really worried about it, you can switch into like Magneton. You have to worry about Earthquake, or you can switch into Hariyama if you have some kind of coverage move like Earthquake, or I don't know what else you'd have on it. So that's the last Swampert, or the last Dusclops is a little scary. You can also just go Swampert and take care of it. I will also have one more Pokemon if you're worried about the Dusclops in the fill section. Then we get to Glacia, and Glacia is going to be pretty much all but bodied by Hariyama. The Glalie that explodes, you can just switch into Magneton and it'll soak it up like crazy. Not really worried about that explosion at all. Other than that, Magneton and Hariyama together are just going to completely blow through Glacia. Should not be trouble there. And then Drake's entire team will lose going back to Swampert with Ice Beam. It has no way to hit it super effectively. It hits it for only neutral, and Swampert's so bulky and is going to one-hit KO literally everything, even if it goes for like Dragon Dance, just Ice Beam. Like the only annoying thing is like Kingdra going for like Smoke Screen, but it might go for Dragon Dance instead. And just Ice Beam it. The Kingdra will be the one annoying part, but you can throw in Magneton again. And you can even set up Rain Dance yourself and have perfect accuracy Thunders, or you can throw on Shockwave. Or you can, there's another Pokemon that handles Kingdra pretty well, that I'll bring up later as well. And then for Wallace, the Tentacruel can be taken out by either Magneton, or you can go ahead and have Swampert take care of it just because with Earthquake. Gyarados is going to fall to Magneton. It does have Earthquake, but you can go ahead and paralyze it or do something like that and have some kind of answer for it. Or you can teach Swampert a Rock-type move for its fourth slot and go ahead and take care of Gyarados that way. He's a little tricky, but he's probably the only like hard Pokemon on Wallace's team. The Ludicolo is going to get completely swept by Swellow. Swellow comes in, free Fly or Aerial Ace with Guts Boost. It's just going to blow up Ludicolo free of charge really easily. And the rest of the team is going to struggle very hard against a Sunny Day, Solar Beam, Chlorophyll, Shiftry. And Magneton is also there for the Wailord and the Milotic if they give you any trouble. And that is the game. So let's take a look at the sixth Pokemon. I've been talking about a lot of, support options. So the first thing you can do is you can go for a Baton Pass strategy. The two best Baton Passers, in my opinion, are either Ninjask, if you want to Baton Pass the speed boost, set up a substitute, protect a couple times to get your speed boost up, and also get a Swords Dance off, and then you Baton Pass your Swords Dance and speed and the substitute off to your Swampert, or your Swellow or your Hariyama, and they're going to go crazy. Or you can go ahead and do you could run Shadow Ball on Shift Tree, and then you could actually send Swords Dances its way, and it could be really scary as well. Instead of Feint Attack. Or you could do Draft Rig, and you could Baton Pass Calm Mind, Agility, Substitutes, and set up your special attackers, which is going to be setting up your Swampert, your Magneton, and your Shift Tree if it's a special variant. Other than that, Skarmory is a fantastic wall that is just so good for so many Pokemon in the game. You can do a very, very cheeky stall strategy by setting up spikes, throwing Toxic down, roaring things out, and then when it's the last Pokemon, just stalling with Fly. It's really cheeky. Another support Pokemon that's actually really, really effective against Kingdra is going to be Lantern. You can Thunder Wave it, slow it down, confuse it with Confuse Ray, and then you can dive to stall turns out, or you can throw on Thunderbolt or Thunder instead of Flash, or you can Flash to lower its accuracy and just stall it out by making it flinch like a King's Rock on dive, stalling turns out, making it hurt itself with Confusion, slowing it down with Thunder Wave, have a very, very strong pair of Flinch Fusion set up with Lantern just because of King's Rock. If only it got Headbutt, man. If only it got Headbutt, that'd be hilarious. So sad. Or that Waterfall would flinch. If only Waterfall flinched. So close. And Lantern also gives you access to another Pokemon who can use Flash, Surf, or Flash Dive, Waterfall for more HMs in the Safari, or in the Victory Road. And if you have Trait Evolutions, Kingdra is an amazing endgame sweeper that is really uncontested. Like, nothing's going to hit it for super effective. The dragons are all going to run in fear if you set up a Rain Dance and are Ice Beaming it. Or you could go for Agility if you don't want to Rain Dance for whatever reason. There's no reason not to Rain Dance. I guess if you want to set up your Shift Tree in the same fight, then you can do Agility. And then Stab, Surfs, and the Rain are going to be hitting really hard. And then for the water types that resist both water and ice, you can throw on Double Edge or Return, and it'll hit still pretty hard with a pretty good attack stat. I say pretty good, it's 95. That's a good attack stat, so Double Edge will hit pretty hard as well. Kingdra can help you in the end game Elite Four fights as a sweeper. If you want to go for a normal type, who can help you out against Glacia, if you're not trusting, or not Glacia, sorry, Phoebe, if you're not trusting your Shift Tree to do the work all by itself, you can run a Slacking with Shadow Ball. You can have Yawn support, Slack Off for healing. It's a very strong stab, Double Edge or Return. And its Shadow Ball is going to be blowing everything up. Its Shadow Ball is also going to be blowing things up for Liz and Tate. So if you're worried about Liz and Tate, Slacking is going to be really good there, and just good for the entire game. You get it very early, and it'll be a nice Pokemon there. And if you just want dedicated HM Pokemon, I recommend grabbing like Ludicolo or Breloom, because they can learn 4 HMs that you're not going to want to use in your team. Flash, Rock Smash, you usually don't want, or Cut, you usually don't want on your team. Like, you don't want as attacking moves. And then Ludicolo can learn either Waterfall or Dive, and can it learn Strength? Ludicolo can learn like everything except for Cut and Fly, and Breloom can learn Cut, which you don't need Cut for the whole time. So these two are great HM Pokemon. And then the second team that is going to be four static Pokemon, no fill, that I would recommend. Swampert is still the same, Swallow is still the same, Hariyama is still the same, Magneton is still the same. You can substitute the Bellossom and go for, Sleep Utility with Chlorophyll and go full on Chlorophyll, Solar Beam with Sleep Powder, and then you can throw on Sludge Bomb just for the Ludicolo. Just, brothers, cover stab. And the last Pokemon, a Dark type, Absol, can be really useful setting up Swords Dance, and even setting up Calm Mind, and you can Baton Pass that away. And Shadow Ball with a Spell Tag will take care of all the Ghost types or Psychic types that you're worried about. You don't have to worry about not having a Dark type stab. You'll be totally fine. As for sets, on Shift Tree, I'm going for a Chlorophyll Sweeper, Sunny Day, Fake Out for that Claydol. You can go ahead and drop this later for like Giga Drain. I would just use Fake Out for the Claydol specifically, just to, it's pretty good for that. Fake Out could be useful. Feint Attack is a great Dark type stab. Take care of all the Ghost types and the Psychic types you're worried about, as well as it'll hit as hard as Shadow Ball, if not harder, just because you're speccing into Special Attack for the Grass type stab. And then Solar Beam with Sunny Day is just going to be your best bet for Sunny Day Solar Beam sweeping. Great offenses. You know, attack will be, if you want to do attack variant, sub out Feint Attack for Shadow Ball, and you're fine. For Magneton and Thunder Wave, Thunderbolts are staples. Thunder is great if the enemy is setting up Rain Dance, which Juan will do. Wallace doesn't, I don't think. He can. His Wailord might, so having Thunder on deck is just, you know, it's good. And then for the final slot, you can go ahead and set up Rain Dance yourself. You could throw on a move like Metal Sound to lower special defense. Or you could throw Shockwave just for perfect accuracy without having to set up Rain and go for Thunder. Or you could do, I don't know, Swagger. For Paralyze and Confusion, you could do Swagger or Supersonic, you know, whatever. And then grabbing a Magnet is going to be its best item. For Hariyama, you could do a very cheeky strat of Belly Drum at 40, and then rest up and use a Chesto Berry to get back to full HP, and then Brick Break is perfect stab. Fake Out can be nice, chip damage at the beginning. You can also switch out Fake Out for like Earthquake, or unfortunately you can't learn Rock Slide during the game. I'd say Earthquake, teach it Earthquake, or you can go with Strength as well. Strength isn't a horrible idea. Or other fighting coverage if you wanted to go for Focus Punch, you could do that. You could do bulk up builds instead of Belly Drum. I just like Belly Drum because Belly Drum rest together is really cheeky and funny and hilarious. And it's so bulky, it'll be able to set it up pretty fine on everybody. Swallow, Guts strategy, Guts boosted Facade, Stab normal, and Silk Scarf boosting your Facade to unreasonable damage levels. Other than that, Fly, Aerial Ace if you're worried about evasion, Steel Wing for the rock coverage, or for that rock type super effective coverage for like Liz and Tate. And you can even switch out Aerial Ace for something like Endeavor. Quick Attack's not a bad idea. You could do Rest if you're really worried. You could do Protect. I don't know. You could do whatever you want. I usually just go Aerial Ace and just go full 5 on attacking moves. And for Swampert, Surf, Classic, Earthquake, Classic Stab, Ice Beam is going to carry you through the rest of the game. And then the last move could be something like you do Mud Shot for speed control. You can do Dive for stall strats, I guess, and just have it on. You could do Waterfall. You could do, I don't know. What do you want to do? You want to throw Brick Break on it? Go for it. You want to throw on a normal type coverage like Double Edge? Go for it. You want to, I don't know. You can do whatever you want. This last move doesn't matter as much. I'd recommend Mud Shot or one of the other water HMs probably. Just because, you know, why not? Or Brick Break, because, I don't know, why not? And then for the other guys, Blossom, full-on Sun Sweeping strategy with Sunny Day Solar Beam, Sleep Powder for those very fast, putting people to sleep, and Sludge Bomb is great coverage, take care of other grass types. Absol, Shadow Ball is the only attacking move you're really going to need. The other attacking move you can maybe use is like, I don't know, Slash, or Aerial Ace for coverage if you're worried about other dark types, but just switch out. Baton Pass and Calm Mind will give us some more utility after you're done with the Swords Dance or Calm Mind. And just give more utility in the fights it's not as effective in. And then for all the failed Pokemon, I've just thrown together some stuff. The Skarmory set is really annoying and really funny. This Supportive Lantern set is really annoying and really funny. Slacking, run Slack Off, run Yawn, run normal type move, and then Shadow Ball if you have it and haven't used it on anyone else. And Kingdra, Water Stab, Ice Beam, Rain Dance, or Agility, I guess, and then other move. Just other move, whatever you want it to be. And yeah, it's going to do it for the best Emerald team. These 4 are static: Swampert, Swellow, Hariyama, Magneton, and then a Grass and Dark type to finish off your team. And if you want to combine the Grass and Dark type into Shift Tree and throw on another Pokemon to help you in whatever way you want help, to set up your other Pokemon, or to just be good support Pokemon, or just be another sweeper, or take care of HMs. However you want to play it, it's up to you, but I am going to try to this run attempt myself, and I mean, I've done it. I've used these Pokemon before, but I'm going to do this exact run of Emerald myself, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. How much fun it is. You know, it might be pretty easy, honestly, because Swampert just, like, carries the game. Anyways, let me know what more content you guys want to see on my channel. Keep telling me in the comments. I love to hear it. I really do. Like, please give me more ideas. I want more ideas. I want to make more content for you guys. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Love you all. See you later.